Netanyahu right after Iran attack. He says that Iran will have to pay for its actions. Netanyahu, meanwhile, has thanked the United States for its support, saying that Israel will soon answer Iran for its actions.
הערב איראן שוב תקפה את ישראל במאות טילים. המתקפה הזאת נכשלה. היא סוכלה בזכות מערך ההגנה האווירי של ישראל, שהוא המתקדם ביותר בעולם, ואני מברך את צה"ל על ההישג המרשים. היא גם סוכלה בזכות הערנות והאחריות שגיליתם אתם, אזרחי ישראל. ואני מודה גם לארצות הברית על תמיכתה במאמץ ההגנה שלנו. איראן עשתה הערב טעות גדולה, והיא תשלם על כך. המשטר באיראן לא מבין את נחישותנו להגן על עצמנו ואת נחישותנו לגמול לאויבינו. אלה שלא מבינים זאת, הם יבינו. נעמוד בכלל שקבענו. מי שתוקף אותנו, אנחנו תוקפים אותו. זה נכון בכל מקום כשאנחנו נלחמים בציר הרשע. זה נכון ליהודה ושומרון, זה נכון לעזה, ללבנון, לתימן, לסוריה, וזה נכון גם לאיראן. אנחנו נלחמים בציר הרשע בכל מקום.
That is Benjamin Netanyahu saying that Iran attacked Israel with hundreds of missiles. This attack failed. He says that it was thwarted thanks to Israel's air defense system, which is the most advanced in the world. He also congratulated the Israeli Defense Forces for their impressive achievement. He said that also thwarted thanks when it comes to the vigilance and also the responsibility that has been shown by the citizens of Israel. And Rishabh is also with us right now. And Srinjoy Chaudhary also joining us right now. Let's get in a word from Srinjoy as well. Srinjoy, this massive escalation, however, it was being anticipated that Iran soon would respond. However, Benjamin Netanyahu says that Iran would now have to pay for its actions.
Yes, which basically means that things will get even worse, which means that Iran will now have to face the brunt of either air attacks or perhaps Israeli missiles. Maybe the Americans would get involved. We have already seen this huge escalation, Iran firing about 200 missiles. Now you will see Israel firing a large number of missiles. Iran is a much larger country with a bigger population. It would be harder to put everybody as Israel has managed to do, because they have done it very, very systematically, methodically, of having bomb shelters and so on. If Iran faces an attack of 200 missiles, there are bound to be casualties. Clearly, this is a world that is going haywire in one sense, because the war is widening, the war is spreading. American aircraft carriers are also close by. They have the ability to fire cruise missiles. Now, if that happens, then it becomes an even bigger war. So at this point, we aren't sure exactly what the Israelis will do, but Netanyahu has promised to take action, and we will have to see how that happens, whether it's an air attack, whether it's a missile attack. All those things are possible. Let's not forget that Israel is a nuclear power. Iran aims to have nuclear weapons. They haven't got there as yet, is the general assessment.
Well, of course, Israel being the only country, rather, in the Middle East that has nuclear weapons. But however, when it comes to an escalation, and that too to such an extent, now it is being said, as far as Prime Minister Netanyahu is saying, that Iran made a big mistake and they will pay for it. The regime in Iran does not understand the determination of Israel to defend ourselves, and they will retaliate against their enemies. In the meantime, let's also listen in when it comes to Iran launching dozens of ballistic missiles on Israel, forcing Israeli citizens to rush to bomb shelters, with Israel's Iron Dome that was seen in action intercepting the missiles mid-air. As it is being said, only a few of them that hit central and southern areas in Israel. Sirens that blared across the country, with the IDF also claiming that at least 180 of those missiles that were launched by Iran. And Israel, meanwhile, decided timely to close its airspace following the attack. Shortly after that, we are also looking When it comes to Jordan, that also announced temporary closure of its airspace, urging the citizens to stay home for safety. With Iran's Revolutionary Guards also issuing a statement on missile attack, calling it as a response to the assassination when it comes to Hassan Nasrallah, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh, and also senior Iranian military unit General Abbas. As the statement said that Iran carried out the attack as per the directions of the Supreme Council, and that dozens of missiles were launched to target military bases in Israel. Now, Israeli military in return has warned Iran that the attack would have consequences, with US President Joe Biden also ordering deployment of US Army in the Middle East to assist Israel in the wake of Iranian rocket attacks.
Iran launched a large-scale attack of over 180 ballistic missiles directly from Iranian soil at the State of Israel. There were a small number of hits in the center of Israel and some other hits in the southern Israel. The majority of the incoming missiles were intercepted by Israel and a defensive coalition led by the United States. Iran's attack is a severe and dangerous escalation. There will be consequences. Our defensive and offensive capabilities are at the highest levels of readiness. Our operational plans are ready. We will respond wherever, whenever, and however we choose.
Obviously, this is a significant escalation by Iran, a significant event, and it is equally significant that we were able to step up with Israel and create a situation in which no one was killed in this attack in Israel, so far as we know at this time. We are now going to look at what the appropriate next steps are to secure, first and foremost, American interests, and then to promote stability to the maximum extent possible.